Hello, once again, this is Brother Teacher. In this particular segment, I want to talk about the cheating wife or girlfriend with a male coworker. Now, I could talk about men cheating on a wife or the girlfriend with a female coworker, but in this particular video, I'm addressing the woman cheating with a male coworker. Look for another video in the future. So, what makes a woman, girlfriend or wife, cheat on her man? I have three reasons why, and they are all actually sort of interwoven together. And I'm going to release those to you. The reasons why. First of all, there's a disconnect as it relates to communication because of, let's say, you're dealing with family issues and you're dealing with possibly issues concerning her in-laws, or she's having a problem with your in-laws, or it could be even the children and how you discipline the children in the home. And one of the very popular reasons is finances. She feels like maybe you're not doing your part, you're not fulfilling her needs or her requests, things that she wants materialistically, because women are very material or materialistic. So it could be a few of those things and even some more, but those are some of the basic things, family issues, financial issues, and things of this sort. It can even be health issues. You could be having health issues, and it could be a burden to her because she feels like since she's working, maybe she has to carry the load of taking care of the children, fixing the meals, keeping the house clean, and working at the same time. And now you're ill and she has to take care of you, and this can be overwhelming, and she needs an outlet. And she may seek that outlet on her job with a coworker that's a male. Okay, that's number one. And akin to that is the fact that you most probably both work. Let's say you work and she works. Uh, if you're both kind of hitting and missing as far as communication is concerned, you see her when you get home and she leaves to go to work, or vice versa. That could be an issue as well, because you're not around each other long enough to bond. You're not around each other long enough to really have intimate moments with one another, or time to yourselves. It could be children involved again too, and you just don't have the time because you're juggling a lot of things in your homestead or your life, along with both of you all trying to make things work in the house financially. It could be that as well. That can make her lean towards someone else. Now, what happens? I'm gonna read this third thing. How do you know that she could be cheating with you? Or what is the reason she could be cheating on you with a male coworker? Those first two things that I mentioned in the opportunity. First of all, if your girlfriend or your wife is not home with you because of all of those other underlying issues, and you don't see each other that often or that often anymore, and you're both working, and she's at her job and she sees this male coworker every day. So when she sees this male coworker on her break, or maybe before work, before they get started, or even after work when they have a little time, they have a conversation. And over a period of time, she feels like she has to release because she has tension, from your relationship or marriage. And she begins to divulge some of her personal business to her coworker. I'm vehemently against this. You don't talk about your private affairs to anybody outside of your husband or your wife. You just don't do that. You don't talk to your family behind your husband or wife's back. You approach the situation with the individual that you have the relationship or the marriage with. They are first and foremost, not some third party. I don't care who it is. Okay, now, not to mention a coworker that's a male and that's your wife or your girlfriend that's confiding in him. And then she begins to open up to him and tell him all of the negative things that's going on in the relationship. And guess what? He's just going to suck her right into his web of deceit. In other words, he's going to tell her all of the things that she wants to hear from another man. And this is going to attract her to him because this is what she wants. She wants to be relieved emotionally. So eventually it could be physically, sexually, in other words. So she wants to be relieved. She wants an outlet. And so while she's venting to this man, in his mind is saying, well, opportunity is knocking. Go ahead and take it for all it's worth. So while he's telling her all of these things that she wants to hear and he's being kind to her, these are the things that she has not experienced from you lately or in a long time. So it's what she wants to hear, and it's making her feel a certain way. It's making her feel really good, and even sexually good. So when she continues over a period of time, they will develop a bond. In other words, they will get closer, and even a little closer than friendship. And at some point in time, she could meet him at a restaurant and they can have dinner on a day that's good for her when she's not at home with you, or when you think she's somewhere else, she could be having lunch or dinner with him, maybe even breakfast when she's supposed to be going to work or getting off of work. And so one thing leads to another. One day he might invite her over his house, or say he has a stop at the house and he wants to show her something or what have you. She comes in and next thing you know, they're in bed together because they built up to this point over a period of time, gradually, through him swooning her, so to speak, him comforting her and her feelings. So she gives it up, and she might feel a little inhibited at first, but if she's not getting it at home, the emotional support from you because you have tension in your life and the fact that you both are working, she's going to go ahead and give herself to this other man because, as I said before, he's saying all of the right things to her and she's falling for it. She wants to be comforted and she's not getting it from you at that present time. So that's one of the reasons she's cheating on you, because she has the opportunity on her job seeing this man all of the time, and every time they meet up they're talking about what makes her unhappy and where she should be in life. And you better believe that he's not going to be saying anything in the defense of you men. He's going to be saying things against the man, and she could do better, and it's not right that he's not talking to you, and so on and so forth. And these are all of the things that she wants to hear. And the next thing you know, he's in bed with her. And even if it's a one night thing with them, she might feel a little guilt behind it. Then again, she may not. And it might be an ongoing thing with her. And the next thing you notice when she's around you, I'm talking about you husbands and you boyfriends, one of the things that you may notice around her when she comes around you is that her whole demeanor has changed. She's really distant from you. She's probably even a bit more snappy at you. In a sense, she's really trying to push you away because she feels like she found the right individual, someone who understands her and someone who cares about her and communication with her, as opposed to what you've been doing lately or haven't been doing. I just wanted to touch on the surface, so to speak. So if you have experienced something like this in your life in time past, or even if you're going through it now, guys, or you think that there's a coworker that your wife is interested in, or she has a friend that's a guy that she says is her best friend, you better beware. I don't subscribe to a woman having a best friend that is a man. I just don't. You should be her best friend first, because you are in the relationship. She should not have anyone outside of you, male or female for that matter, that is her confidant and it's not her husband or her man. That's really it. And that is really all. Because if she confides in a man outside of you with her intimate secrets in her life, exposing herself to him, what else is she going to expose to him other than those things that's going on in her life? She's going to expose her best friend to her body, and they're going to be a little bit more than best friends. They could possibly be best lovers. So when she has a best friend that's a man, or says that she has a best friend that's a man, that's not bad in and of itself. But like I said, it should be you first, guys. And she shouldn't have a problem introducing you to him and you all being good friends. But if she barely wants you to know anything that's going on with her and the other guy, and she talks to him on a regular basis, best friends that are the opposite sex don't talk every day, 2 or 3 times a day, because there's going to be some shady stuff going on potentially down the road. If he's her best friend, he would talk to her once in a while, not every single day, because every single day could mean that it's something else other than friends. Could possibly be lovers. This is Brother Teacher. What do you think? And have you experienced something like this? I'm out.